Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Something's been on my mind, and I wanted to share it all with you all. My intention for making this video is I'm very concerned for the safety of the children returning to school at the elementary school at the Greenville campus. The possible effects of the cell phone radiation. And so I just want to show you here, I'm standing at the Greenville campus, right? I'm out on the basketball courts by the elementary school playground. Right through the fence over here is the, not preschool, but kindergarten, elementary school playground. And right in between them is this cell phone EMF tower, right? And I'll tell you a little bit about what I know about this tower, right? First of all, I'd just like you to note the proximity to the playgrounds, right? And also to the buildings. So this nearest building here, these are the elementary school buildings. The kindergarten preschool building is immediately in front, down at the end of these, right? So just the really close proximity of the tower to where the youngest students attending school, well, it's closest to the youngest students here. I'm concerned for the students. I'm also concerned for the faculty that might be here, exposed to this for several hours a day, every day. So here's what I know about this tower, right? What I know about this tower is that it is considered technically a temporary tower. Again, I'll just show you the guide wires, right? The big cinder blocks out there that are holding this thing up. But it's on a mobile trailer, so it's considered a temporary tower, which means that no permits are required for this tower to be located here. I say again, no permits are required for this tower to be here because it's considered temporary. Because it's temporary, PUSD, according to the superintendent's office, PUSD is not receiving any royalties or payments for having this tower on their property at the moment. However, there are plans for them to put a 100-foot permanent tower in on the property here. It is going to go, it's going to move from there over to, here's the football field. You can see the bleachers and stuff out there, to the northern corner of the football field, where it'll be a little bit farther away from the buildings. It'll also have a direct signal impact on more of the buildings out here, right? So there's that. They're currently in the, I believe it's Frontier, is in the application process for a permit with our county. I talked to the planning department and they have the application in. There are some things that need to be addressed with that. The permit has not yet been approved, but it is part of the plan, right? Again, according to the Office of the Superintendent at PUSD, the OES, so the Office of Emergency Services, were the ones who advised that this tower be put in here. Again, not again, but let me just, I appreciate that we need internet. We need signal. We need, right now, this is the technology, right, that is bringing us our cell phone service, our internet. I understand that we need it. But I'm concerned with its extreme close proximity to the younger students, right? To the younger students in the playground, right next to the classrooms. So OES were the ones who determined this location because it needs line of sight, right? Now, there's no way, I don't think so. Here's the tower. I'm going to turn over here. On the top of that hill, right there, are the relay towers that this thing needs to have line of sight with, right? You can see that lower dish. There's the transmitters up there. That lower dish right there is pointing directly at those towers. That's how it gets its signal, right? So they need a line of sight to those towers. Well, I have gone to the Frontier this, I don't know, the Frontier substation property, right? But right next door to the bank here in town, where Frontier property is, and they have line of sight to those towers there. Let me again, I might not be in the best spot because of the fencing, but look at all the clear lot around here. We have county yards, we have empty spaces, we have government property like the post office, we have all kind of empty lots and places where a temporary tower could get put that aren't right next to the school playground, right? So I'm just saying that there's other options, and all these other places have line of sight, all right? It doesn't have to be at the school to have line of sight. If you don't believe me, just walk around Greenville and note how many different places, including Frontier's own property, you can see the cell phone towers up on the hill on Canoe Hammering Point or the top of the grade. So some of you who were here for the fire, just a quick side note, might remember that as the fire was moving through town, some of us were very frustrated to observe the aircraft dropping retardant on the cell phone towers, up and around the cell phone towers, up on top of the grade, and not on the fire that was rolling through town, right? It's just interesting. So looking to potential solutions, right? Hopefully we can get fiber optics in here. I just got done with the meeting, the Dixie Fire Collaborative, and fiber optics is the plan, right? But this is how we're getting the power here now. It takes time to get the fiber optics laid. Once the fiber optics is laid, they still need these towers intermittently too. Again, I care about the kids, right? The last thing I'll say, and this is why I'm concerned for the children, and I've read numerous scientific documents and research. I'll put a link to the page that has a lot of these on there at the bottom of the video in case you want to do some reading for yourself, right? But best case scenario, more study, we don't know really the effects of this microwave frequency that come out of these things, right? It is microwave, right? I was listening to a professional who is setting up the infrastructure here, and he was referring to it as microwave, right? Now, I know there's different spectrums of microwave, right? But it is microwave, right? So best case scenario, we need to do more tests and more studies to find out what the effects are. Worst case scenario, and according to studies that have already come out and been conducted, exposure to the EMF and the microwave frequencies, right, can cause genetic and DNA damage to your frontal cortex, your hippocampus, your cerebellum, basically to your brain, to your liver, to your chromosomes. They've seen tumor development in lab rats and mice. And so clearly more research needs to be done. And it's my opinion that until we know for a fact that it's safe, we probably shouldn't be gambling with the genetic material of our future, right? Just in case, I know we're starting school here in 2 days, very soon. Teachers and students alike will be exposed to this. I have a list here of symptoms that are related to overexposure to EMF and microwave frequencies. All right, those include insomnia, headaches, tinnitus, which is ringing in the ears, lethargy, and cognitive disturbance. Right, so I say that just pay attention, right? If you notice after starting school, after coming to the Greenville campus and being exposed to this really close proximity signals, if insomnia, headaches, tinnitus, lethargy, or cognitive disturbance start to occur, then it is possible that it's from exposure to this cell phone tower. That's all I have for now. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I would also like to close with a little moment of silence for our natural relations, for our community, for our health. And finally close with a little prayer. Great Spirit, great Creator, Jehovah, you have 10,000 names and who are the unnameable one. Thank you for this opportunity to learn and grow. Please look after us as we learn about the systems that are in place. Please protect our children. Please protect our future, and help us to have the courage to speak out against these things that concern us. Amen and aho. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope this has been helpful. Again, I do this out of a desire to make sure that people are aware. Some of us might not be aware that this is here, right? And also because I'm very concerned for our children. Thanks. Have a wonderful day.